What's up, Tasuo fam? Here with a very important core element of the Tasuo Showdown that I want to break down for you guys. This is for veteran players, intermediate players, even new players. I think this will help you tremendously when you're out there on the battlefield playing Tasuo Showdown. The first we have different card speeds. There's 3 card speeds in Tasuo Showdown. I'm going to go over them, which card type or subtype is in the speed realm, and then we're going to explain the stack right after that. Very brief video, so stay tuned. So speed 1 cards, we have the legendary item cards or warrior effects or abilities. An example of a speed 1 warrior effect or ability would be Corboda. It's an effect that activates during your play or clash phase during your turn. So it is a speed of 1. Secondary example would be a regular legendary item card or a continuum. Anyone that just activates during your turn or your play phase mainly. Here's an example: Ranger Ring, Expected Calamity. Just activates during your turn when you play it. And then the interesting category starts at speed 2. Speed 2, we have warrior effects and abilities, responsive cards, bloodlusted cards, and attack cards. The thin line or the technicality, the abilities will be during the either player turn effects, like Jumping Jagger, for example. As a reason, during either player's turn, you may destroy this card to damage a target for 3 damage. So, as a reason, you can do it during your turn or your opponent's turn, making it speed 2 because you can activate it during your turn or your opponent's turn. Buddha's Return is an example of a speed 2 responsive card. Or a speed 2 card. That's a responsive card. Apologize. Next is a Bloodlusted card. Here's an example of Reckless Blitz. Just regular Bloodlusted. There are subcategories for the higher speed cards, and we'll get into those very shortly. Yep. So this card can be, these 2 cards, particularly the responsive cards, can be set during your turn and then activated during your opponent's turn, which makes it a speed 2 because it can be played during your opponent's turn. As well as a Reckless Blitz. I would argue regular Blitz, or I don't even argue, this is point blank, it is a faster card because you can play it from your hand during your turn, during any of your 5 phases. So your draw phase, you can play it, your play phase, charge, clash, or end. Or you can set it and play it during any phase of your opponent's turn, making it a making a speed 2 card. Lastly, we got attack cards. Here's an example. I call this Rasengan, Ninja Leap, Arch, Chisen Blast. It can be used as a clash attack. So if using a clashable attack, your opponent is, apologize. You can use this from hand or from your LZ zone to basically block or attempt to block. It's really just an energy beam clash, if you will. But it can be for defense, even though it's an attack. So it gets the card speed 2. And then lastly, we have the card speed 3. So we got the effects lined up just to showcase the difference. So this is during card speed 1 during my turn, card speed 2 during my turn, my opponent's turn, and then card speed 3 is swift or defensive cards. So any card with the term swift in it means it is the highest speed in the game. So we have swift effect and swift abilities with the warriors. So it can activate during my turn or your opponent's turn. And it activates the fastest way possible. Only thing that can respond to this is another swift card. Next, for responsive, so we got Buddha's Returns, which is regular responsive. This is a responsive swift card. It is an Omni Negate by playing 1 clash gauge. Super strong card. Doesn't destroy though, so it's pretty balanced in my opinion. Realm Warp, Kinetic Freeze. So once again, we got the regular Bloodlusted card above, and this one is a swift, meaning it's faster. And the only way to respond to any of these 4 cards is by playing one of the same cards in this category. So swift only counters swift, 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 back and forth. So that's the Bloodlusted Swift, and then lastly is defense cards. Defense cards, universally are the best because you can play them from hand, making them hand traps, or you can set them in the LZ. So that's it for the card speed. Next, let's get into the stack. It's very brief and simple. It's like many other card games. The last card activated becomes the first during a chain, or better known as a reverse order. You must respond to the previous card with a card with equal to or greater speed. So you can only respond at speed 2 with a 2 or 3, 3 with a 3, 1 with a 1, or 1, 2, or 3, so forth. And that's pretty much it, Tasuo fam. I hope this was digestible. If not, I will answer any questions in the comments. And the one final important note I want to say is when entering the stack, you have to respond to the last card played. So if they're using a target ability and you try to negate it, you can't use a defense card because you're already moved down the chain. You're now trying to deal with the card that targeting, the actual card that targeted instead of the actual targeting at that point, if that makes sense. So if you're using as if, you can't use a ninja roll on the targeting after because you already tried to negate it and they're going to respond to your negate. So that's how the stack works in Tasuo Showdown. Hope you enjoyed this video, Tasuo fam. Get out there and get some games. Can't wait to see you at the tournament. Have a wonderful day. Tasuo love.